Well, let's do that then. Let's help you out with your Phantom progression rather than dredge up all of those frustrations.
Yes.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So where are you at with the Phantom? You're at 240?
Yeah. So let's. I mean, just slow, like a little bit. Take it back to where we started because I think we talked 9 months back.
Mm-hmm.
I was your first Phantom.
Were you the first Phantom? I was gonna say. Okay.
Yeah. So and that was back when the 1,000 symbol compensation thing was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, since then I'm now 240, doing my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of depressed about seeing the tier lists and DPM and stuff where Phantom's sitting, but you know, I guess I kind of signed up for that when I started this class.
Oh, don't worry. Those lists don't mean anything. You just gotta power through, okay?
Yes, but Phantom. Don't give me that. I know I have plenty of iframes, but I don't have a lot of damage right now. I'm like stacked through the roof in terms of like, you know, what I'm supposed to be wearing, but still doing good. But yeah, so that's the Phantom, at least.
Legion made a little bit of progress, I see.
A little bit. I'm practically at 5.5k.
From 700 to 5.2.
So, I mean, back when we first talked 9 months ago, I think I was at like 1.8, which was basically shit.
Maybe it's 771 in the picture.
What do you mean?
The Legion.
The Legion?
Yeah. Wait, you said 1.8? What was that a reference to?
Yeah, back when we talked 9 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's at 5.2k, which is a big difference.
Yeah, I've got the old sheet here. Yeah, we're at 771.
Oh, jeez, it was that bad.
Yeah, you're at not even 0.8. Yeah,
I sweet talked myself there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I've got the receipts here. Okay, I'm looking back at everything that you used to have.
Oh my god.
You got the special training skill and the VIP skill. Oh god, that's when it was. It's a while ago.
Yeah, true. The Tobin. Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Right.
To show where the crit was coming from, I guess, and the IED.
Yeah, back then I was still very messy in terms of like what I was doing, like what I knew and what I didn't know.
And you feel like the path is more clear?
Oh yeah, it's definitely improved. I really have goals to work towards, but I'm starting to get towards the end of those goals. Like everything's starting to get close or on 17 stars. Apsalap's getting in there slowly but surely. And yeah, I just kind of want to spend some time looking at the Phantom, see where I can still move forward. But like my real goal right now, especially with having 2 fake Apso weapons sitting at the ready to be used, I kind of want to see where I would want to path towards outside of the Phantom for an actual proper second main.
Or maybe first main if the Phantom stays depressing and...
No, well, okay. So I think Phantom is very depressing, but I freaking love the class. I'm always the person who is just playing the quirky classes, the support classes, the tanky ones, or the ones that not a lot of other people go towards. I really enjoy playing that, and honestly, I really like the Phantom. It just takes a lot of time to go from bossing to mobbing to bossing to mobbing. So, you know, something like probably any other class is probably easier than the Phantom in terms of how long it takes to set up and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm just ready to spend more time on another character that I really enjoy besides the Phantom.
Sure.
Because I'm definitely not letting this guy go. I really like playing him. So, yeah.
And... well, so that's probably not going to be one of the 3 220s, or are those possibilities?
I don't know. I played all 3 of them to 220. Laura is actually really nice, but she feels really weird as a bossing mule because she's so freaking squishy. And when you die, you just feel so bad. I mean, you have 2 toggles you have to put on again, like that's not a big deal, but then you also have to do the veins again and get position again, and for now it feels kind of weird to play her.
Yeah, you've got also no true iframes, like
Yeah, exactly.
Both of your iframes are just one is reduced damage and the other one is very reduced damage, but none of it you're actually fully immune. So
yeah, so all three of the 220s can kill like hard von Leon and normal Pap just fine, obviously, because they're 220 and they have Upslap gear or Upslap web.
I was like, is he going to say hard Magnus? What is he going to say? And then he said Von Leon. I was like, okay.
The Arc doesn't have an Upslap weapon, a fake Upslap, so I can still put that on there. From the other 200s and 210s, the only one that feels slightly okay is Demon Slayer, and also actually Angelic Buster. It's pretty okay. The rest of them, I really don't have like a really strong connection to. They don't feel amazing to play. But besides those, I mean, I think I did like a fourth or maybe a fifth of the classes to 200 or higher, which is like barely scratching the surface.
Did you try the fifth job itself as well, or did you just get them to 200?
No, I did fifth job, and then still not really.
Nothing really stood out so far?
No, I mean, things like Adele get us like a ton of really important skills, and I think Pathfinder.
Another one of those, Adele, another one of those quirky, lower played classes, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely like 2%.
Right up your alley on class selection. A mechanic? How about mechanic?
Oh, mechanic was awful.
I
burned it.
Fifth job as well?
No, I can see the funding ceiling where you one shot the mobs with your rockets and stuff. I mean, that's really nice, but
yeah, rockets should be passive.
Yeah, true. Oh my god, it feels so weird to have to press the thing.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
What about the big mech carrier though?
That doesn't really speak to me actually.
No? Okay.
No, I would rather ride around in the old OG Corsair boat.
Yeah, with the little cute cannonball shooting out.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, from the class that I really played, Demon Slayer and Angelic Buster are like the only two that sort of feel like classes I would want to play. It's like that.
Sorry, which two did you say?
Angelic Buster and Demon Slayer, both 210.
Okay.
And that's about it.
Which of the things about those classes do you enjoy the most? Like, are there a few things where you're like, okay, this is why?
Honestly, with Angelic Buster, I have no clue why I like the class. I just do. And
he's a weeb.
Yeah, I'm not a weeb at all. When I started the class, I was like, I have to get it to 210.
Yeah.
I have to get it to 210 and just leave it alone. And then I really enjoyed playing the class. And I did not understand. I still don't know why I do. But it just feels good to play. And I actually did get it to 210 by just leveling it. Some of the other ones were like with the mini games from this event and stuff. I think I did like 5 characters to 210 and the 3 to 220. I went completely berserk this event. I don't know what happened to me.
You still have Steam?
I do have Steam as a platform. I don't have Steam left.
Okay, yeah.
No, I went completely berserk. I think I got 4 fake Absolabs this event, the last 3 months.
Wait, 4? I got 3.
Yeah.
Where did you get your 4th?
I got Pathfinder from Maple M. I got the Terror Burn. I got
Lara?
Lara, Lara, and I got one from the 3 Dutch reboot.
That got one as well. I see.
Once, and that was the
Dutch diff.
Hero.
Okay, I didn't get that one. Yeah, I got the other 3 as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have 2 left. And honestly, I don't know about Arc. I did do it to 220, but I don't know if it's my playstyle.
It could be a bossing mule, right? Just to like generate income.
Yeah, because it's 220. I'm kind of like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, and it's strong.
So.
But if you're liking both, so Angelic Buster and DS both don't have one either.
No.
And do either of one have like real Fafnir weapon already?
Nope. I don't have anything. I can solo CRA with my Phantom, so I can start doing trades, but that was only like a couple weeks ago that I like started trying and actually just basically one-binded every single boss and
yeah, just
started crying.
Duke them, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I should have done that way sooner, but you know, you learn. But so I can trade CRA, and none of them have real Fafnir weapons, but the hero and the Lumi actually have permanent CRA top hat and bottom because of the Dutch reboot. They were permanent, but the weapon isn't.
I see.
And my Angelic Buster has nothing left because it was a terror burn from like half a year ago, so all of the gear would disappear.
Ooh,
so she looks cute with the choo-choo
yeah,
stuff,
but there's nothing under
like penciler.
frozen stuff or
yeah, it's like it's awful. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, if I do choose my Angelic Buster, I'm gonna have to get some gear, quite some gear.
So the idea is like, is there the possibility to just put an Absolute weapon on both?
I mean, yeah.
On the BNDS? Because they can... I mean, if you like their playstyle, you could see one can also be like a boss mule, right? Maybe get to like 225 or something. And then just do hard bosses up until that point. Maybe including Lotus and Damien. Maybe do everything up until Lotus and Damien. And then the other one, whichever one you like more once you get to that point. Because, I mean, basically up until 220, it's just grinding, right?
Yeah, true.
And then you start getting more of a taste of like which kind of bosses am I doing, how different is training in these maps, and then with Demon Slayer you got like the Chaos Lock teleport stuff that you can do around. If Angelic Buster gets really strong, you can just spam your Soul Seekers and those can blow everything up.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how strong both of them were in terms of like how many things you have that you can press at any point. Like Demon Slayer, I thought had like 5 things that you can buff yourself for 30 seconds or more. I was like, what the hell is going on? And there I'm sitting with my Phantom just going like, Cannon Bazooka, Cannon Bazooka, Riftbreaker. Oh my god, it's vastly different. It's really big difference.
So you would like you like that it's a different playstyle, but not necessarily like it more just in a different way than Phantom, right?
Yeah, and I mean none of the characters that I have, except for I think Lara has an actual self-bind, which is a pretty big deal. I mean I can do a self-bind on my Phantom.
Demon Slayer has one, Arc has one.
Yeah. Right, Arc has one, yeah.
Yeah. That one pauses the damage though, so yeah, I mean you do have to keep that in mind, but usually that doesn't really make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Demon Avenger has one, Aaron has one.
Yeah, I really thought Demon Avenger would be so my class. Because, I mean, it's basically lower than Phantom on the damage list. And I was like, oh, that's my dude.
That's my jam.
That's my jam. That's where it's at.
Oh, this is too much lower. Ooh.
Well, I mean...
I don't know if I want to...
It's not really that big.
Be this outside of the box.
So, yeah. But...
There are changes coming. Maybe, maybe new DA, maybe.
I mean the health percentage on a lot of the items are gonna get changed like upwards. I think they said they would do that like Destiny or later. Maybe there's a change there. Like
HP percentages?
Yeah, I think they're adding more HP to a lot of different items, like just more.
Wow.
Not necessarily percentage, but just more health.
Yeah, flat amounts. But from what I've seen so far, it seemed pretty meh. Like a few hundreds here and there. Maybe like 1,000 here and there. It doesn't really... The main difference is the extra HP scaling on the symbols. That's going to be a decent chunk.
True. Yeah.
But like the skill changes should be nice. And like 15% IED, 15% final damage buff out of nowhere is pretty nice.
Yeah. The only other character that I've really been thinking about, which is also kind of makes sense in my alley, is either Paladin or Bishop with the new Destiny changes, because both of them are getting like an actual decent solo buff for damage. Because I basically solo everything. I try not to get into parties. The only parties I've done is like Lotus and Damon like 3 times to get the absolute gear that I have now. Besides that, sometimes Hellux. I just want to do everything by myself, so getting those damage numbers increases on the paladin and the bishop is really nice. I mean, when I get to chaos bosses, of course I'm gonna party because I don't want to solo that shit. I want to be like an actual help to the team, but I don't want to be the guy who bursts.
When you say chaos, which bosses would you be talking about?
Well, just the later bosses, like anything like Hard Damien, Hard Lotus is still sort of soloable at some point. You need a lot of, funding, but that's possible. But things like Hard Will, Hard Lucid, and then the Chaos bosses, of course you need like an actual party for that.
Yeah, you're talking about like Tenebris and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like Tenebris bosses and upwards to BM.
Yeah, you can't technically solo it the whole way, but it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, exactly. I'm up for that challenge. I like playing by myself. It's really not a big deal. But,
I think the access to the arcane weapons now, based on, like, you're probably still gonna do parties for normal and stuff, but the with the lucid droplets, being able to turn them into arcane items, even if because you can just buy them from the shop soon. That'll make a huge difference, I think, in people's progression.
Yeah, I think I have 249 droplets right now in total with both of them combined. So that's somewhat of I think that's a weapon. Is that a weapon? No.
Yeah. 216 is enough for one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then 108 for the armors. Yeah.
Okay. So, if I get the droplets, then a weapon is a thing. But
you already have a fake one.
Yeah, I got that from the conversation. And the flame that I got on it was from the last session. You were like, please flame it. And after three flames, I got that. I think that's tier 6 attack.
Oh, what'd you have last time? Oh, no attack whatsoever. Yeah. So like 3 flames, you gained 136 attack. Yeah.
I had no idea.
That was probably a pretty big increase, right?
I think I got an increase of like 900k on a range where I had like 2.6 minimum or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. 60% damage increase off of that. Yeah. So I still have that.
Hopefully that clarified the whole value of flames part of the part of the session.
It did. Yeah. So.
Okay, so how are you feeling for? Because I think Ark and Lara. So yeah, I'm looking at through my list because you're like, okay, you just soloed CRA stuff on the Phantom, but I'm here doing like Project CRA, right? I'm like soloing on the 200s, and if I would be 210 on the DS, I would already feel like I'm overpowered. So I have to kind of shift the paradigm a little bit to see what bosses. Because if you're talking about like making money for your account and you're just training. Like how are you doing now with with how much you train and how much money you make to kind of place to? Would you be making bossing mules? How many? You're not doing things on Akana, I assume, because there doesn't seem to be one.
No, I did Akana on like my second account back when that was like a thing, and it's 221 now, and it's just gonna cry there for the rest of its life. But I'm probably gonna level Akana up to level 210 or 200 just to get the, the boss damage and just leave it there. I'm not a Akana player. I really don't feel the class, but I basically whenever I want to farm or get money, I do it on my Phantom because I have almost completely my Mesos and item drop gear.
Okay.
I think I have. Let's see here. I have 2 line item drop.
3 and 4 meso.
4 meso. Yeah. And of course the other accessories still have to get like legendary lines, but I'm still working on them. I have a Dominator pendant at 16 stars and a Pap mark at 16 stars. That was the only CPAP run that I ever did with someone. Instantly dropped and I just never went back in there.
Never go back. Yeah. Is there a part of you that wants to get to the point where you can just walk in, kill it, walk out, and just get the big money crystal, or is that something you're not really interested in? Yeah. Okay.
Of course I would. I mean, it's free money. If I can kill it, then why won't I? You know. And I'm already this far. I don't think it takes a lot of funding to get actually at that point where I can just kill CPAP or a normal Mitsuhide.
No, I don't think so. So when you killed CRA and that was a lot easier than what you thought, did you try any others after that?
No, I think I did that 2 weeks ago, and then I had to do some work stuff, so couldn't really focus and like do actual like boss runs. But for some reason, I get really nervous when I do bosses. And CRA was the same. I was constantly doubting myself, like, can I even do this? Am I strong enough? And then I went in there and I just killed everything first bind, and it just I slapped myself in the face really hard with that.
It's like, yeah, why was I? So I mean, if you don't know, you don't know, right? Like sometimes you just have to try. Yeah. So yeah, but now you know. So now the next boss that's like quote unquote on the list, right, would be like HMAG and those kind of bosses.
Yeah. So I kill HMAG in 1 30-second window as well. So I can do that.
Then CPAP, like Akechi and then CPAP, yeah. Whereas the next one's, I mean, just CPAP and Akechi combined is like 160 mil a week in the crystals.
Yeah, exactly.
It pays off, and then it helps kind of like smooth the edges with all the gear that you have. Then you get even stronger. Then those bosses get even stronger, and then you can move on to the next ones, right?
Yeah.
That's the idea. I mean, as long as you're okay with that type of stuff. But then, I guess that'll also pave the road once you get more and more experience there, and you get more in control of those boss fights. So I think that'll give you way more confidence to try it on other characters as well.
Yeah, for sure. It does really carry over, regardless of what class you do it on.
Yeah, you still have to figure out like how does your character deal with the mechanics, but you already know what's coming your way, so you can respond faster as long as you get a little bit of the mechanical skill and a little bit of the muscle memory going on. You can already see like, oh, boss is doing this. I know this is going to happen. I know I can't stay here. I have to go there, right? And then every character has its own response to those mechanics, and that'll take a little bit getting used to. But I think that's the fun part, is that you get to play the same content, but from a completely different angle. So you kind of get a different experience, even though it's within the same experience. It's just kind of interesting.
Yeah,
I think
that's exactly indeed what I want to do. Get that second character really going as well. Trying to get there.
Well, that's a good value, I think, of the 220s that you have, because I think you can convert those very easily, or not very easily, but eventually definitely to the point where you can do everything up until also including like Akechi and CPAP. Whether you feel like doing it that week, that's totally up to you. But then you'll basically have all the bosses in common, and then Lotus and Damien will be on top on the Phantom. But I think once we get you settled within your 240s on the Phantom, then Lotus and Damien should also be pretty possible. Solo.
Yeah. How much ID do you realistically need for Lotus and Damien?
So I think you're with those both at 300% PDR, so you want to be at least at the 93 functional. You might want to look at maybe a little bit more depending on
well, I'm 94 functional visual actually. So I think that's 94 plus functional.
Yeah, functional should always be the same.
And I have the debuff from my
Penumbra?
Yeah, Penumbra.
Do you have that on all the time?
Well, if I'm doing bosses, yeah.
Okay.
It's 20-second debuff. So
yeah, I was gonna say 20-minute would be dope.
20-minute GG.
I would like some 20-minute debuffs. Hell yeah, pop at once. Never think about it again. Be like Maple Warrior.
True. Maple Penumbra.
That'd be great. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, we're gonna. So when it comes to characters, do you feel a little bit more like your options? Are you feeling just doing the AB and the DS, or do you still think like the R could use the push so it can start generating income as well? Because we want to avoid what happened to the Angelic Buster, right? Where you end up like going back to the character and it's naked, and then you have to start from scratch. Especially if you prefer to do things solo, then that's really difficult.
the Demon Slayer was the second Terror Burn from this event, so it still has a month or something of Fafnir.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Within that time, would be possible to do maybe to duo or to solo the bosses, right? Especially with the fake
Arc and Lara. The Arc was the first Terror Burn of the event, and the Lara, of course, Lara. So they also have them running out. And the hero is permanent.
Yeah, and the AB is
the
naked.
Hero is actually really okay. Yeah, and the AB is completely naked.
Yeah, the hero is fine. That one's permagear and fake Solab. Did you get an okay flame on that one?
I think I did. I'm not sure.
You don't have to remember everything, but that's going to be the main thing, right, with the Absolab as well, because you're immediately getting a 160 piece with stuck potentials and Starforce, so getting an OK flame on that is going to be a pretty high priority, but then once that has an OK flame, then that will give you access to a whole bunch of damage.
Yeah, of course. Let me check. I have him here. He has 10% boss, 5% damage, and 63 attack power on a two-handed axe. I chose two-handed.
It's probably... What's the base on that? Like 170?
205. I think it's tier 4 attack.
It sounds... Yeah, that sounds right. But you have the 15% damage on the bottom, so that definitely makes up for some.
Yeah, I've 9%. No, it's unique because it's absolute, so it's 9% damage, along with another 5 from the potential, and then 10% boss and 35. So 45% boss, 14% damage, which is quite a hefty.
Is it a 63 on a 205?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a tier 5 even. So yeah, that's fine.
Pretty decent, but it doesn't have strength. It has 20 int and 20 luck. So
yeah, that doesn't matter. The damage lines on the bottom definitely make up for the possible loss in attack. So you're good on that one. Yep. Want to get something similar like that on all your Abso, basically before you because I'm thinking what the main thing that's going to happen now is as you're doing like bosses on a few more characters and you're trying to make a side character and your main character is going to do more bosses, you're going to come into more value in Natura, right? Like you're not going to have as much you're going to have the Mezzo, but the Mezzo is going to pile on. You already know how to go from one step to the next, right? Like where to Star Force, when to potential, kind of, right? Up to this point you kind of get that down. The main thing is more like when you're getting a bunch of flames and a bunch of cubes, like where do you throw that in, right? So you try to basically make sure that you don't have to spend that money, but then you get all of that flowing, and the more bosses you do, the more cubes and flames just flow into your storage every week, and then you can slowly upgrade all those characters to get better into their into the roles that they're designed for. So if the hero is going to be like, okay, I'm going to do CRA and HMAG, and then, you know, maybe something after that, but he's mainly just going to do those things every week, that's that. Then all of that money from the crystals can go away. That can all go into the storage. All the flames and the cubes can go into storage as long as it doesn't have any really, really shitty items. And then that can maybe go into the arc, so the arc can get stronger to get to the same point. And then when the arc is at the same point, maybe that one can start you know, throwing all the flames and cubes back in storage as well. Maybe the Lara can get up to the same point if you like it. Maybe by that time, you know, it gets a little bit less squishy. Maybe some more arcane power, maybe some more HP from sources. Maybe you'll get a little bit better with the character. And also when you do these bosses with these 50 mil crystals, it's always worth to use like a few buff freezers. It's maybe a little cheap, you know, you can do what you want, but I'm usually like, okay, I just buy like 2 buff freezers and then I do all my bosses, because, you know, it's 5 or 10 mil insurance for like 900 mil worth of crystals at that point when you're doing all those bosses. And that's a small price to pay in case something weird happens. And with Lara, you know, something weird might happen a little bit more maybe than others, because either you can't see what's going on or you're very squishy. But that would be like kind of on the side. But then the main thing would be deciding, I would just like level up the AB and the DS both, not at the same time, or if you want, but both of them like 220, 225, because that's when you really get to like Arcana and then, you know, trading in Lacaline, and it could be very different compared to getting to 210. And then decide if you still like both, you can still level them both up, but if you like one way more than the other, then one of the two will get to the same, you know, join the Lara Arc and Hero Club basically, and then the other one can go to the moon.
I definitely know for sure that I want to level a class besides my Phantom that's actually good at mobbing. I mean, bossing, everyone can do it because I have a Phantom, so come on.
Yeah, if you could, you mean if you could do it with a Phantom, then everyone else should be able to.
Exactly, I can do it with everyone.
If you rely a lot on your iframes and your invincibility for stuff, it might be...
I don't.
Okay, but you say you kill HMAG in a 30-second stretch, that wouldn't have anything to do with Sacrosanctity, would it? Yeah. so that means that if you do it on another character, you can't just immune the whole thing, okay? Yeah. And you want a Darkenite, okay? You want to be able to immune all the mechanics and just sit there and just fucking dark impale them out of... Okay, I know what you're doing, all right? So just saying, just because you could do it, okay, but you're gonna have to engage with the content in very different ways, and that's why I'm also saying like push the characters a bit further, because their answer to certain other mechanics might not necessarily be the ones that you like.
Yeah, exactly.
And you might run into a little bit more of the frustration, right? If you're still in the honeymoon period, that's cool, but you have to see if that's for the long term or if it's short term.
I'm definitely sure that Laura is an awesome mobber, but I don't think I like her for bossing because she doesn't have an iframe.
I think if you fund her enough, she could just blow things up.
Yes, she can.
She has so much burst. So
sure.
definitely CRA and probably also HMAG. Like, you just throw in you just nuke, and that's fine. And the thing is that you can get the levels easily, so you can nuke things pretty far. But it's mainly up until you get to Lotus. Lotus and Damien are just longer, drawn-out fights, and then it just gets really difficult. But I think up until Lotus and Damien, I think Laura is very, very solid. Even like CPAP, you just, it spawns, you throw some things at him, you bind him, you throw some more things at him, it just blows up. And then you don't have to deal with the fucking lasers and the clocks and the numbers and do arithmetic to calculate how much longer.
Well, I already have it on normal that I sometimes struggle. Now she's strong enough because she has like 6.5k stat. That I do actually just bind him, blow him up. Before that, it really wasn't the case. But yeah, I think that's fine. But I need to get there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you working on like getting most of your stuff up to epic and just rolling like 6 or 9% on everything?
Not 9%. When I can do 6%, but for some reason my Lara just rolled a shit ton of 9% hits that I don't even have on my main. So I guess there's that.
Wait, you're liking 9% on your main? Okay, well we'll get into the Phantom in a bit, I guess. Okay, so So I think we're okay with the secondary characters and all that, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
You mentioned for your... Well, you guess so or you know so?
Yeah, I think I still... I'm probably going to throw it on my Demon Slayer, for sure.
Yep.
And then I have to just debate between the Angelic Buster and the Arc, because the Arc still has gear, and the Angelic Buster doesn't. Yep. And that might really skew my way one way or another. But I think the Demon Slayer is really solid to play. Like really solid for mobbing and bossing. Really nice to do.
Yeah, it's a bit of like if you were going to keep a character as a bossing mule, it seems like what you would do with the Arc, because it doesn't seem like your playstyle that you want to play beyond, right? Then the fake Celeb is really nice because that's like good enough for bossing mule even up until like Lotus and Damien, and then you don't have to spend any money on weapons at all. That's really cool. But then the other thing is that if your AB has nothing, then you have to start from nothing, which means that you have to start digging yourself out of a hole. And if the alternative is an Arc that's already strong, that has a temporary Fafnir that can just earn its own permanent Fafnir, and then you just upgrade that Fafnir, might be a little bit more expensive, but you end up with a weapon that's probably still better than a fake Celeb as long as you throw enough money at the Fafnir. Plus you have the base 30% boss damage from the set bonus as well, right? So that's not the end of the world. So out of those two situations, I'd probably just give it to the AB as well, just to give it a chance. And then if nothing happens with the AB and you do end up not wanting to level it further, it can still become a bossing mule, and then it gets the value from the bossing mule weapon there. Yeah.
And I can still listen to weepy music on the background.
Exactly. Yeah, you can play your... I don't know what song it is again that plays, but you start with all the show tunes and the lights coming from everywhere.
It starts with something dress, and then I don't want to keep going.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna get, like,
yeah, don't expose yourself too much. Yeah. I think that's what I would do, but still ultimately up to you. Because you mentioned with the Phantom that you had some specific goals that you may or may not have already reached.
I mean, the CRA was definitely important. For gear right now, I just need Absol shoes, because I have 18-star Penciler shoes, which I did in the 30% Star Force off just now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So I'm gonna just do that to Ranmaru shoes and then Absol shoes, and then just tap it to 17.
Yep.
So I have that. So that's 4 set. Absol, along with the buff going for the boss damage towards the 2 to 4 set instead of just everything on 5, which will also help with damage.
Yeah, because you've got the fake weapon, right? Yeah.
I'm really trying to do Commercy, but it's really fucking boring.
Yeah. Are you leveling up the boat?
Yeah, I'm leveling up the boat.
How far?
I'm still at the first one, is Skiff, I think it's called.
Okay.
It's like level 6. I really just started. But I do have
because the Skiff level's super fast. The second one is the hard one. Yeah, you have the pat mark, so you have that to look for in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm definitely flaming that as much as I can. Like all my flames go to either the pap mark or the dome pendant.
So since
So,
so I will say, like, since you don't have the boat leveled up yet, since you're working on the boat level up before you can even buy the accessories, there's still quite a lot of time before you have to hard dedicate to this. You just as a general thing, would consider throwing the flames onto the Abzo weapons, for example, and on the perma CRA on the other characters first to get that to a good gear, so they can kill the bosses faster, so they can start generating cubes and flames faster, and then that can come back to you, you know, faster by the time you get the backups, right?
yeah,
That's probably what I
the
would do.
flame on my Lara is actually also pretty good. It's 4% all stat and 97 magic attack. I think that's also tier 6.
Mm-hmm.
So
Tier 6 and something, that's always, yeah. Keep 5 and a lot, or 6 and anything is usually...
Yeah.
It's...
So that's also pretty welcome.
Yep.
So yeah, so the Commercy is something I'm trying to do. And then the Abso Shoe. And then trying to get the sub gear together. I can't do Hellux yet. I really just can't. So I'm just relying on daily runs if I can.
How far have you gotten with that?
Oh, like 20% into phase 1.
Okay.
Really bad.
And then so is it dodging the attacks?
No, I can dodge the attacks with Penumbra. I just stand on one side, and if he does anything, I just Penumbra to the other side. But I just don't do enough damage to him yet.
It's too long. Okay. And you've got the IED, you've got the final damage, boss damage.
And the sub gear, the 4 set, will just make it that much easier.
Yeah.
I have the Ayamas treasure at 17 stars, so that's going to go into the belt immediately. And I'm thinking about the Deicitus earring that is also at 17 star. Just putting that at 15 stars on the sub earring. I can also keep it and make it into like dropper meso, but because I already have so many lines, I basically need like one more meso, I think. So I don't think that's actually worth it. So just putting that on a sub earring is also good, and then I just need the ring.
Yeah, the problem is once you get to like most of legendary, or like you're working towards legendary and getting everything to 17. Once you're at that point, you typically also want to start splitting up your drop and your meso set. So if the earring is going to be, you know, the second or maybe the third or the last item that's going to be, you know, depending on drop rate and everything, that's going to be part of the superior set. Typically you don't want to aim for drop or meso on it then, because you immediately want to make it be a luck thing, and you want to rely on whatever other thing you had before that to be the drop or meso thing, which I think is fine to be the Deicitus earrings. I think you get that mileage out of that, because eventually you will need a drop or meso ring once the superior goes to luck, right? So I don't think that's a bad investment at all. It feels weird because it's like a horntail ring that you get on like the second day that you're playing your character. Right, but it's part of the boss set accessory, right? So you get that set bonus. It can definitely get a better flame as well, because it does have flame advantage, and you can get it very early, so you can immediately start making the drop in a meso with it. And the only other earring that you're really getting is a reinforced, but that will transfer into a superior, and then you're gonna have a superior like forever. So you don't want to put the pressure on that one.
I have a reinforced earring in my bag. I didn't Star Force it to 17 because I literally didn't have any more mesos left after the 30%. Star Forcing just now. I threw it on my outer shoulders, and I literally got -1 star.
Yeah. So did you so just as a general thing, so when the 30% off, so you get some stuff to 17 and some stuff to 18 and everything, right? So in general, when it comes to like the efficiency for the mesos, 30% off is like great to get it to 15, but then usually I hold at 15 and then wait for a 5 to 15 event, because then you can 15 to 16 guaranteed, right? And then you only have to safeguard that very last star. Or if it's on a lower level item, you can get it to 16, transfer, get it to 16 again, and then transfer the last one. With like meso efficiency, that's typically way higher. So if you have that patience, that would be a more efficient way of getting to 17 eventually.
Yeah, no, my Deicitus earrings was at 16, and my Absolab gloves were also at 16, and I tapped both of those to 17.
Okay.
And the boots, I think it took like 200 mil. And
okay, yeah. Well then, yeah, okay. Yeah, just checking. Yeah.
I tried to get my shoulders to 15, but didn't happen.
But no luck. Did you use your 17-star scroll anywhere?
Yeah, I used one on the Azalab cloak, and I bought the other one, and I put it on my sub necklace that I just got them.
Okay. Oh, so you already bought this one with coins, right? And now, and you're oh, okay. And coin-wise, you're already almost halfway onto the next one, right?
400.
But no drops yet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, not a single drop seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my... So on my Adele, I did this a while ago, and I got my... I was aiming for... How much do you need again? So for 1850, I think, right? So I could buy the Reinforced and the Superior rings, and then the pendant, and then hopefully I would get the the belt and the earring drop by then. And I think I was at 1320 or something, and still no drops. And then I got belt, earring, belt in like 4 runs in a row. Like I got like belt, earring, then nothing, and then belt, like in 4 back-to-back runs. And then and then I was exactly at like 1430 or something. I needed one more run, and then boom, I was done. I was like, oh god, thank the Lord. Like I can't imagine like that I was only technically halfway, and then went from halfway to completely done. In those last runs. But yeah, it was definitely clustered there. Some people get a drop very early and then have to wait forever. Some people get the drops immediately but then have to sit there and wait for the coins. No one has a great experience with this.
Yeah, no, exactly. I have no idea what I'm gonna buy next. Honestly, I mean, buying either the necklace or the belt feels really cringe right now. But I have like 6 rings.
Yeah. The kind of treasures or?
No, I have a Con of Treasure and then 4 event rings and
total
jewel ring.
Yeah.
The SS. So I mean, I have 6 rings. 2 of them have pretty decent luck lines right now, but I mean, I will probably then buy the sub ring and just hope to God that I get the drops before that happens. That I have to buy either the belt or the earring.
Yeah, I hope you don't have to. Yeah.
Because I think the reinforced ring is definitely going to be last.
Yep.
Because, I mean, I have an item ready to do the belt transfer, and I really just want to do that and get that 17 and, just leave it there.
Yeah, and like you said, you have a lot of rings, and maybe you can make Meisters by then. Sometimes people have 2 kind of treasures, like maybe one for drop and one for damage, and then one of the event rings can be rerolled for damage and stuff, and you can very easily get like the 5 Mezzo 4 drop and also have 4 decently damaging rings, and then there's no real rush in trying to get the reinforced or even trying to make Meisters, because like a 17 reinforced or Meister is only barely better than like a Reboot Awake ring, Reboot Tenebris, or a Justicar, so you might as well just use those for damage and push that off for later, so you don't have to worry about. You could just build up your.
Yeah, I definitely have other things that I would rather spend my money on than those items. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I understand that I just have to buy more cubes, but my money income is just right now. It's just not amazing. I mean, I do have the drop in the meso, and I've had that for like barely a month, and I've done like 5 totems in the last month on my main because I've just been so hard grinding all the terror burns. I've gone crazy with them. But
do you feel the difference in your income when you're training now, and also when you're doing the bosses, like on a weekly basis?
I think when I didn't have any lines, I got like 170 mil for an entire totem at like 230 something, and now I think I just did a totem today, and it was not even like coupons from Legion, and I think I got 550 mil from one totem, which for me is pretty good. Definitely could get better. I also don't have the correct familiars yet, but because I'm finally leveling in a map with familiars, it's
you're getting those
C3, I think. So that's definitely gonna help. But yeah, that's obviously just getting started as well.
Yeah, other than that, you don't really have anything in terms of familiars right now.
No, I have 2 small meso.
Okay, yeah.
So
not very useful.
Basically nothing.
Yeah, basically nothing. Yeah. Okay, so are there any other goals you had in your character other than equips? Is there like specific content you wanted to do? Stuff you want to get better at? Things you want to reach?
Honestly, I would love to do normal Lotus and Damien and Hellux on the Phantom, because that would really give me like an avenue for getting the other characters drops by trading. Because now I can do CRA trading, which is really nice, and I can maybe do normal Lomian in the future. So I would really love to reach that. Like actually still have like an actual goal. And I'm still gonna keep doing my my arcane symbol dailies because my vanishing journey is almost done. It's just hit 19 today.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I saw here there was almost 19 in the pictures. Yeah, it seems like that's going on a good pace. Are you doing Spirit
so that's
Savior?
Almost gonna be done. No.
Yeah, looks like you're not. Because if I look at the numbers, you should be like 14 Arcana.
So shite for Spirit Savior, man. I have no I have the teleport, but that doesn't really help for that.
No, I think with just flash jump,
my flash jump is also really shit. It doesn't get any height, so yeah, I've tried it a couple times, but I just have a lot of trouble reaching the highest score, and then just throwing 300 maple points on it and just go like, complete, please complete.
Oh, you're maple pointing? Okay. If you yeah, maple point doesn't get any vertical. Is it similar to this, or is it flatter than what the hero has?
I think gain jump. Let's see how it looks like. Because I think the hero is, yeah, it's pretty similar. But I have 2 jumps, but the second one just gives you like horizontal range, not vertical.
Okay.
It's very similar.
Okay, symbol dailies are important. Okay, let's see if we can give a little bit of advice that makes it that you don't have to.
I just need to
spend
reach the high score once and then just...
Yeah, because you're that far as well. You need one... Well, not even high score, right? You need 10k. Well, right now, 10k feels like a high score for you, but once you get better at it, 10k is just like a minute and a half at most, like 90 seconds, and then you're done. You can... do you have an attack with you that you know you can one-shot the spirits?
Probably anything.
Yeah.
I mean, with my gears...
Yeah, because you're 240, right? So you should... Okay. I don't have attack. Okay. The main thing is using the jumpers, okay? Using the jumpers well to create distance. And then the second thing that's important is how do you hand in the spirits. That's important. Because if you do that wrong, he just catches you and you lose all your points, and that probably happens. And then you lose your shield, right? So you look at the map now. The path I'm seeing now is go down here, grab that one, jump over to that one, and then you see whatever spawns, right, when you kill. But if not, then take this one. And that way you have a lot of distance here, right? If you take this and then go here, he's going to be here somewhere. If you jump all the way over, by the time you get here, he's going to be here somewhere. Then you go all the way here, he's always going to be behind you. And then if he can almost catch you here, you'll be jumping away again, so you'll be creating maximum distance. So that's like the safe path to make sure that you can hand it in. So even if I don't... Here I'll use flash jump to prolong that jump a little bit. Same thing with here. If you're in the air, here flash jump one time. And just use regular flash jump. And here you down jump. You don't want to get stuck on the tree vines. We're just going to take the super safe one here, because I don't want to risk anything down there. We'll just wait until he's kind of close. Jump over him, and then here I down jump, and then I jump off to the left side. And then in the air you can flash jump again, and then you can hand it in like that.
So probably for anyone watching this, this sounds really, really logical. But I have like a 20-second ahead of time voice of Scardor. So I'm watching the video now on Twitch.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So you need 4 times 5 hand-ins, right?
Yeah. So I think it's easiest to hand in from either all the way at the top, or from one to the side of the top, or on the bottom closer ones. Those are the easiest ones to hand in from. So that's where I try to end, basically. Yeah,
so you're just kind of leading him on at some points. Just like waiting for him to get to one of the corners.
Yeah, I'm doing that now to show that even if you do it like a little bit slower and a little bit more controlled and with a little bit more patience, it's going to be easier and you can create more space for yourself. And this is also very important if you can't one-shot. If you need to like 2-shot, for example, like if you need to hit 2 times or need to hit 3 times. Because then you need to create space for yourself, otherwise you get panicky. And then hand him in here. So I do use down and jump, and then just walk off the right side and then flash jump. If you don't have a flash jump, that's a little bit more risky, but you do have one. So,
no, but I have
for you that will work.
So,
And the main thing is not to get stuck on these things with down jumps. See, this one is a little bit close, so you just don't risk it. You just walk away. Oop. We'll just take another one.
And you had like what, 3 minutes?
Yeah, you have 3 minutes. So I'm getting closer to the time now because I'm, you know, being more patient and stuff. And here we can do a more risky one. But if we grab it, it's just gonna disappear, and we can just jump through, like that. But yeah, as you know, so that's if you do it like more calm and collected and safe. And as you get more, you know, as you do it more, rope lift might also help quite a bit. But you want to be careful with rope lift. You can use it sometimes to stop your momentum, but if you rely on rope lift, there's also like the over jump, right? And that slows you down a lot, and then that can make the spirit easier to catch you. So if I do it the way I usually do it, boom, boom.
You have unlimited attempts, right?
I think if you... No, I think you have 3 attempts, because if you go in and you get like a bad score, that counts for your daily.
Nice.
It's like Spirit Savior, you have... like Choo Choo, for example, like you have unlimited attempts, and Vanishing Journey.
Mm-hmm. It's weird that this isn't the case, though.
Oh. Okay. Wrong character. This one doesn't have that.
At some point that will indeed happen to me too, then I'm like...
Yeah.
Doesn't it happen?
The worst part was when it was doing it on 3 characters daily, and they all had different up jumps. Oh my god, that was frustrating. We're like, why is it not up jump? Oh wait, wrong character. Whoops. Boop.
Yeah, luckily all of the characters are, well, yeah, they indeed all have different up jumps. And my Phantom will have one too, in 6 months. Finally. Probably gonna forget using it literally all the time. Probably. So I'll still have no up jump. It's just force of habit, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, at a certain point everyone will have one, and then everyone will have 100% knockback resistance.
Yeah, oh my god, that's gonna be so good. I hate getting knockback on my Phantom, because he does have that problem. He doesn't have any knockback resistance.
You're using the Mihao?
Yeah, well...
Okay, that was really bad.
I think I got used to the knockbacks on my Phantom by now.
Mm-hmm.
It does feel less bad because I do dodge like basically 80 or 90% of the attacks.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Unless they're like health percent. But for mobbing, I do really want to use it indeed, because it does feel kind of bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now I have a minute left instead of... What else that was? 10 seconds left or something. So yeah, it comes down to practicing, but it is really, really valuable daily, and you know it's going to add up over time, of course. So
how many symbols do you get a day if you get 3 times
10.
The 10,000?
10 a day from that, and then 8 from the kill, so 18 there.
Yeah, that's quite a lot. I'm just doing the kills right now and just not bothering with the Spirit Savior, so that does like...
It's the same as clearing floor 90 in Lacaline, then you get the same daily basically from both.
Yeah, for the Laculine, I have 470 right now.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I mean, I can go to 80 or maybe even 90, but then I can't actually daily clear it.
Yeah, then you have to... Well, you can use your guild skills for daily clear then, right?
Yeah, but then I'm doing it for the daily clear, and then I want to do bosses. And then...
With the rest of the buffs, do some...
Yeah. So then I have to, like, do that all together.
Yep, exactly.
And
you have to cluster it.
I think at some point they'll still be on cooldown when I want to do this. Do the Laculine.
Yeah, you gotta, like... AFK on characters at a certain time to plan that into your schedule, you know.
I don't want that. Okay, well, yeah, I guess I'll just really take my time properly then and try to get the 10k points and just leave it at that.
Yeah, one 10k run and then click, get done, get through it, yeah. It becomes automatic. But then again, it's kind of like with the bosses, the more you practice, the easier it will get. And then with every next character that you're getting, you already know, like, how to go around, like, what the timings are. You'll already... Like, you're not going to count, like, 3, 4, but your brain will, like, know how quickly can I move around. And if I move from point A to point B, where is the spirit? Like, you don't have to look at your minimap anymore. You just know where he is.
Yeah.
And then for every other character, it's going to be easier to get to the point as well where you can start getting those symbols. Because once you pick that second character, you want to at least get to 225 and get those arcane symbols, and immediately get 18 a day from day one is huge. So hopefully you can get more of the hang of it by then, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
So the main thing was like damage for you, right? Like you just want to do more damage, I guess, right? Because Hellux and stuff, Hellux is very important, and then Lotus and Damien will follow as well.
I indeed need the damage, yeah. And I mean the IED from the sub set will definitely help, but I just don't have.
Of course,
it,
yeah.
So. Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the. So when it comes to Star Forcing, you did the most, right? So Star Forcing is probably going to be the least important to look at.
I have a lot to gain in terms of cubing on some items. I think some items are actually really like end game. Like my emblem is 21% attack, 9% dex. The dex sucks a bit, but I can't pass up on 21% attack.
It's You have to make sure you're really setting a lot of money aside if you want to improve that.
Yeah, and the secondary situation is kind of cringe because.
Yeah, show me the cringe.
Princess No One is the 9% attack and 30% IED. But the frozen card is so freaking good in the unique line that I can't recube that.
Yeah, this is a good situation to be in.
Get
honestly,
like an instant.
Yeah.
Like 20%, 21% attack.
But the stats is not with the ID from the Princess No card, right?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, because you don't have familiars with ID. Yeah. Okay.
I do. I have 2 times 15%.
Oh, 2 15s. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got one of them like 2 days ago.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think it was in the thing that got me to 94%.
Okay. Okay. So using Bravado. Well, one thing I will say when it comes to the Legion stuff, you're sitting on a lot of free Legion by just getting those 70s to 100 and then just rolling some Zakums. That's like 1,000+ levels just waiting for you to pick it up.
Yep.
And then that also makes all of those link skills go from level 1 to level 2. And that's already a really cheap amount of gains there to be made.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely doing that as the next step, but
you did all the big ones now, all the 200s and 210s.
There were so
and
many Terror Burns that were being thrown
at
me.
No, I get it.
3 from the Dutch, 2 from the event. Lara came on and freaking Pathfinder at my face. Like,
did you see Destiny update? It's gonna be like a Mega Burn, and then a Terror Burn, and then the Terror Burn gives a Terror Burninator, and then another Terror Burn. Jesus.
So I'm basically like in between this event and Destiny. I'm gonna try to get as many of them to 100 or 140 even, because I think Choo Choo Food Festival gives 30 141 to 200 pots, which is ridiculous. So
I think it gives 30 from 2 sources. I thought there were 60 in total even.
Seriously?
Yeah, wasn't there 60, chat? I think it was 30 from one thing and then 30 from another. Yeah, 60 in total. Yeah.
So I definitely
looking at like 8K almost, yeah.
Yeah. So right now, I don't have any characters that I can put them on. I can put them on the Beast Tamer, but that's a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. You need to
the zero
create like a legion of 140 pluses, yeah.
Sniff. So I definitely need new characters at 140.
Yep.
I definitely know that. And I think during the Destiny update, is there also going to be fake Absolute weapons?
Yeah, at least one so far that I saw, yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably going to come down to me doing probably both Paladin and Bishop in the Destiny update, giving
with their new skills and everything.
One of them. I really like how Bishop is looking. I really think it's insane how much more damage.
The was it like Unholy Blood or something with the cup?
The dark angel looks really nice. Yeah, it's a really nice idea.
I like that part more. The one with the
a bit like Discipline Priest from World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, I never played that. But the thing with the cup that gives final damage, I'm still a little worried that that's not going to be like enough. It feels like it has a really big downside, and it's like, is it like 10 seconds or like 20 seconds of 10% final damage or something? And I mean, it was like flat percentage damage in the beginning. They already changed it to final damage, but I feel like it should scale a little bit better to make sense for how big the downside is, or the downside maybe shouldn't be as big. You can still use potions, but like don't get any healing from your skills anymore for like the duration as well. It seems a little bit too, like, not a double-edged blade, but like it's like serrated blade on one side and like very smooth on the other. I don't know, it feels like you're hurting yourself more than you're helping yourself. But definitely
compared to what it was before, there's like the options there, which is amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Having options is always a really good start, and then you can see how you want to play it. That's why you play Phantom, right? Most options.
Yeah, and because I'm used to using Sacrosanctity, Paladin is a pretty logical choice for me as well.
It uses heal as well.
No, I don't. I don't have to.
Doesn't it?
Right now, it doesn't really do. Yeah, it does give you like a little bit of a damage buff. But, I mean, I'm soloing basically everything, so instead of heal, I just use Rage, which is 30 attack power and a 30% damage reduction.
But doesn't heal give final damage? Or does that not work in the stolen one?
Yeah, 10% final damage.
Yeah, like the further you go, the more important that final damage is going to be than the attack from Rage, right?
But it's also 30% damage reduction, and I really like that, actually.
But that's incoming damage reduction, right? And that doesn't work on percentage attacks. It only works on non-percentage. So like when you're bossing, all the bosses just do percentage HP attacks. So Rage doesn't do anything against that. It's like touch damage, like flat amounts. So like for mobbing, I would probably for mobbing I would use Rage, right? Because usually they do physical flats. And then the attack power makes more sense because you don't want to send their first debuff and then do the other attacks. That's like, you know, what am I doing? You want a one-shot. But then for bossing, like healing every now and then to give your even more final damage, but you're getting, you know, like invisible final damage, right? Because it's on hit. It's like functional final damage. Plus, it'll make you more valuable for a team as well if you do end up doing team stuff. But like even for yourself, 10% final damage, it's just however much damage you're doing now, plus 10%. And if you look at losing Rage, that loses you less than 10% of your damage, right? So it's a net increase.
That's fair enough.
Although, you know, you have to weave into it and you have to... I don't know how long the debuff is. If it's like a 5-second debuff, I'd probably say don't fuck with it. But if it's like a 20-minute debuff, like your Penumbra is, or like 20 seconds, right? Then I think that's worth using.
I have no idea how long it stays. It doesn't really say properly.
Have you checked out other Phantoms about like kind of like meta stuff, or do you just want to figure it all out?
I mean, I'm in the Discord, but they never really talked about heal as like a gives 10%. It's like a lot of the things in Phantom is like people know it, but when you know it, you don't tell other people because then you find it out for yourself, and then you think it's logical, and then other people, you know, have to figure it out on their own.
Oh, it looks like a 2-second cooldown. Fuck that shit.
2-second debuff.
Heals cooldown per party member healed minus 2-second duration.
Yeah,
2 seconds cooldown.
2-second duration, but like it doesn't say where the 10% final damage, how long it stays. And the skill is 10-second cooldown or something. Right?
Here's this
7 seconds ish. Yeah, the cooldown there is 4, but because it's a stolen skill, it gets
worse
in cooldown.
Yeah, it might be that Bishop just like spam heal and the 5th job skill that also has like an 8-second cooldown or something, right? That that also increases the damage, and then you just like spam between the two. You use heal all the time to get past the pot cooldown. I guess on some bosses it might be pretty useful, yeah.
In the bosses that I'm trying to do, they don't have pot cooldowns, I think.
Yeah, but you're moving into harder and harder bosses now, so you're gonna run into that.
I'm gonna run into it, but I'm not yet, at least.
Yeah, it's possible that it's just like a 2-second cooldown. In that case, you know, you just use Rage. You just say fuck it. But if you get healing out of it and the final damage increase out of it, and you start like, you know, even you want to hold your iframes for the really big skills, but you're starting to get in trouble with your HP, then I guess it's a possible thing. Did you have like a picture of the skills that you had stolen? I think you did last time. You probably still have the same ones, right?
Oh, I can send it if you want. Just quickly.
Might be the same one as...
No, it's definitely not the same ones. I can guarantee that. Let me just grab it and send it.
No, you don't have the magic ball from Explorer Mages anymore? And Haste and...
I do, but I just use Haste. And
So you
I
use
have
Dark Side,
Side.
right? And then, oh yeah, you have
Dark
Heal,
Side for some bosses.
Rage, Pathfinder skills, Holy Symbol. Oh, I always forget the name of that skill for some reason.
What, the third job? Which one?
I know the name. The Dark Knight skill.
Cross search.
Cross search,
I'll
yeah.
help you. It's gonna go to like cross cut, final cross search, or what's it gonna be
Final
called?
cut? No. That's
different.
Smokescreen.
No, the Dark Knight skill is also gonna get.
Oh
changed.
yeah, they're changing the name. Yeah, I don't remember what they're naming it.
Yeah, it's gonna have like 2 blades in it. It's like super different. And stuff. Yeah.
And then Arrow Platter is probably super weak for you.
I don't use it. I have it there, but I don't use it.
Oh, it's almost the same. Oh, you changed the fire one for the bullseye shot?
Yeah, it's just better for burst, and I don't need it for mobbing. I just one shot until
you have the cannoneer instead
like
of
Talus, so.
Yeah. Okay, that seems like good changes. Yeah.
So I definitely learned a little bit from there, but the heal I did indeed already know from the last Pathfinder session that you had. But you know,
Pathfinder.
I just
now I got you mixing them up. That's my thing, okay? I mix up Pathfinder
they
and Phantom.
both start with a P.
Yeah,
and you just
I know.
Pathfinder. It's your fault.
Phantom. Yeah.
Pathfinder.
Yeah. Phantom Finder. I mean, that's like the early game for Phantom is trying to find a Pathfinder to steal skills from, so.
I didn't use it. I don't use Pathfinder skills. I think it's so cringe.
Did you do it in the beginning or not at all?
No, in the beginning, all the way to 200, I used Milgias.
Yeah, me too.
Just straight up Hurricane. It felt so awful, but you know.
And Tempest is even also nice.
I also didn't use Stolen Holy Symbol.
Oof! Wow, really shooting yourself in the foot on that one.
Yeah,
That's a.
I really had the proper Pathfinder.
We went from the Giga Chat to the cuck real quick. There, I was like, I'm only using my own skills. Also, I didn't steal Holy Symbol. Like, okay, in terms of efficiency,
I completely did not do Phantom properly. Yeah.
But you did it your own way, right? That's where the flexibility comes in.
For sure.
Okay, so what were we talking about? Potentials. Yeah. Okay, let's dial back to the potentials.
Yes, please.
First of all, we want to make money to be able to afford all the potentials, right? So we want to, and at this situation where you're working towards that full Abza set. You have to wait for the boss, the Sweetwater accessories. Your weapon is stuck where it is. Emblem is stuck where it is. Secondary, we will do something with, but I think it's close. Like it's really good for unique. It would be bad for legendary, right? But it's like not bad enough for unique to be necessary to become legendary. But we circle back to the emblem, the secondary. I think the secondary is after we get your drop and meso set completed. Yeah, the Great Pennant is unfortunate, but you know what are you gonna do? Why do you have 24 on unique Great Pennant? You suck. Why do you do this? Why do you do this? Why do you hate phantoms?
So that hurts so much that I indeed intentionally left it there. Just
didn't even Star Force it. Just like sit in the corner and think about what you did.
That makes it that much stronger to look at. Just from time to time when you're feeling salty, you just look at it and then you get more salty, and the rest just becomes less salty.
Wait, it's got a negative number on it. What pendant is it comparing to?
It's comparing to my Dom pendant.
Wait, so it's worse than the Dom and the Superior with this potential?
Yeah. Yeah. But by like a tiny little bit. Which is impressive on its own. For something that literally.
Oh, because set bonus probably.
Yeah, set bonus and Star Force.
No, sorry, Yeah. Time check? Yeah, time check. We still got more than 20 minutes. We're good. Okay, CRA is where you want it to be. Hat flame is a little low.
Yeah, it was epic before. I got it to unique and ran out of cubes, and I thought 12% luck was pretty okay.
12's pretty good, yeah.
But I need to get the cooldown cutter on there. It's really strong for Phantom.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, because Final Cut and every other skill. I mean, I have so many iframes that they all get cut in cooldown.
Right, for bossing mostly, or also for mobbing.
Well, I mean, mobbing is also pretty okay because more cooldown.
Oh, the Joker and everything.
Screen clears. Yeah. It really does a lot.
And the Rose AoE thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, accessories first. Fuck it. What do we have now? We have the pet mark, so we do need a backup for that eventually, but not anytime soon. Yeah, I'll push the earring. You're at, okay, what were you at now? 2 drop, 4 meso?
Let's see here. I am.
Is that what we had?
Let's see. I am at 2 meso, 3 meso, 4 meso, and 2 drop. Yeah.
Okay, so we want 1 meso, 2 drop.
Yeah, but it feels so bad to go for the Dom pendant.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
But it transposes, right?
Yeah.
And then you keep the legendary line. It doesn't keep the same lines, but it does stay legendary.
Yeah, well, so when I say I wouldn't do that, it's like I wouldn't do it first, I guess. But we can eventually do it. If you need 3, I think the ones that make most sense. We might do that, but the fucking Greed Pendant. Well, the Greed Pendant will fill the slot if you end up losing damage on the Dominator Pendant. So if you have backup there, but you probably want to use the Dominator Pendant for the set bonus anyway. For the ID and the boss damage, right? Are you on 7 accessory? No, you're on 5 probably.
What do you mean? From
accessory set bonus.
Yeah. I'm at 6 because I have the cup, which is a pretty okay. I didn't send it, but
oh, the cup and a badge, yeah.
Yeah, the cup is like 56 and 5, so
cup, badge, earring, eye face.
So I have 6.
And then the pendant, yeah, okay. Because you already switched shoulder. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll push the earring because it's already 17, so let's get some mileage out of that. Were you planning to you were planning to do it like into the reinforced, then into the superior?
Well, I mean, I can keep it at 17 and just keep that as an earring, and then do like a reinforced again to 17, and then put that into the earring, the superior earring. That's also an option, and then it's a stronger drop meso.
Yeah, or if you get a superior, just do it straight up by the superior. Because if you have enough reinforced, then you don't have to safeguard, right? But if
I have 2.
Yeah, well, you keep those. You get those. Okay, yeah, but I think it's okay to get the earring to legendary. Like, you don't have much unique going on. The unique one that you have possibly would be the pendant, but that one's sitting on 24 luck, so that's a bit annoying. That'll probably go to legendary once your superior gets put specifically into damage, and then the Greed Pendant will fill up the meso obtained there. So like for pendants, it'll be like damage wise, you're using the 2 on the left. Then we'll get the Dominator to legendary. If it keeps doing more damage than the Greed Pendant, you keep the same ones for damage. If it goes lower in damage than a Greed Pendant, then you switch in a Greed Pendant for damage, and then you use the Dominator for drop together with the superior for both. And then after this, the Dominator transposes. As the Sweetwater, you'll always want that to be the damage one, and then the superior will be damage one, and then Greed Pendant will be drop, and then hopefully by then you get another Dominator, and then that Dominator will hopefully get an okay flame, and then we'll have to go up to legendary to fill in the gap, basically. Yeah. Pendant wise. So for earring, I would just do this one, get this one up to drop or meso, hopefully with a line of luck, but mainly just for drop or meso. And then since the Condensed Power Crystal is only epic and it's 9%, I think we should leave that, and then you can get into like tattoo and all of that stuff.
I've been thinking about that as well. It feels really weird to get that to legendary.
Yeah, because we wouldn't need it, right? I mean, we could need it, but it's also okay to be like 5-3. It's like pretty close. It's not the end of the world. Or you could do the other ones first and then see how you feel. But yeah, because it goes to 10 stars only, it's like Yeah, and then ring-wise, you get the kind of treasure up there, right? Hopefully you get damage on it. But if you get drop or mezzo, then you just use it for that. If you get mezzo or drop on it, then you replace one of the other ones that doesn't have luck, and then you reroll that one.
Yeah.
So, for example, the Master Ring SS or the Reboot Ring doesn't have any luck, so then that one can reroll into the stat that you would want.
Yeah.
Ideally, the Master Ring SS or the Chaos wants to stay drop, and then if the Reboot Awake or the Tenebris roll into damage, then you can temporarily keep that because you are at 6 rings. And then, yeah, so the Dominator, the Earring, and the Ring, and then you should be at 5 mezzo and 3 drop. That's pretty close. If you want to get that extra drop, then it'll be the face accessory.
Yeah, I'll probably just do like a straight up Sweetwater, right? Just like buy it and just flame it and tear it up.
Yeah, probably want to get your... okay, if you're going long term for Phantom, you want to buy your first boat upgrade before you buy your first accessory. Otherwise, your first accessory is going to slow down your...
Oh, definitely.
Your
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, your EXP, yeah.
Because I don't need to buy like an accessory to then like transpose, because then I'm just going to like hit my boat with so many backlashes, because then I just keep not having gold.
Yeah, the energy is going to get stalled there. Yeah.
So I definitely want to level up my boat, because... I mean, I have the transposing ready to go, so I need a lot of dineros.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I want that Dreadnought. It'll need to be in place.
It's just highest missions all the time, right?
Yeah.
With like the highest gold, and just do that constantly.
Yeah, that has the best EXP per energy, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then and then the future, once the flaming comes back and then the Papulatus Mark transpose, blah blah blah, then you need a replacement there. I don't know if you have like an old eye accessory that is a decent potential already.
Not potential. It's 6% luck and 6% all stat, 3 attack power flame.
Yeah, some people go for like 2 monocles. Like they might already buy a monocle before they get a good flame, and then just upgrade that one to get the drop rate or the mezzo to replace. And then once they get a good flame, then you just buy a new clean one, transpose into that one, work on that one for damage. It'll depend on how much you're swimming in the narrows at that point. Water pun intended. And then, for the CRA, I would just work on getting them to unique and then like 9-12%, something like that, and then I would work on the flame on them a little bit, but
the flame is not amazing.
I guess the flames on the 61.4 35.5. I guess the flame on the Abzo shoe would be more important, right? Once you get that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna put some money in that. Do I have to reflame or re-cube my gloves, or is that straight up 8% good enough?
For now that's good enough, I think. Yeah, a lot of people try to go for 8% critical damage and some stat, but like you said, you have a lot of other stuff to work on first.
Yeah,
probably work on the potential of the shoulder and the shoe and the cape and all that stuff first before you circle back to the glove. Probably even work on because in general it would be like the accessory stuff, figure that out, and then I would work on the secondary first, and then the potential on the Abzo, and then the potential and the flames and stuff like that on the CRA, probably in that order.
Yeah.
Because you're in a good situation, honestly, with the secondary. Not like perfect situation, but like in a straightforward situation where you basically just hold your frozen, your carte frozen, and you just roll red cubes or Meisters onto the Princess Nose card. Because your secondaries are basically the same stats, like 6 decks and 6 luxes, whatever, right? You can... Until you roll something that's way better, significantly better, you don't have to switch at all. So if you roll Princess No with 21% attack, or since you do need the ID for now, because of the
until the sub gear.
The Hellux set is gonna, Do you feel like you need the kill potential of the Frozen card right now?
No.
When you're mobbing?
For mobbing, no. No, I do too much. I one-shot regardless on the Moontouch C, and I think I'll be there for quite a while. Probably until like 245, 250.
Yeah, at least until 245 probably, yeah.
It feels like a really good map for me. So.
Wait, that's in Celis, right?
SR.
Oh, in this far. Okay, yeah. Okay, because you said you were where familiar
Star.
stars. So I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no, it's the Arania and Arachnia.
Oh yeah, okay.
The spiders.
Yeah, MTS. Yeah. We always abbreviate MTS 234 or so.
MTS.
Yeah.
MTS.
You see, Moon. See, what is that? It's like, oh yeah, MTS. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking there's some Celis. It's like, yeah.
I tried the map in the whale.
Yeah.
In Celis, and I two-shot there, so that's not. I mean, I'm 10 levels below the monster, so that's too much.
Yeah, that's too rough. That's too rough. Even 5 levels is like a rough sell a lot of the times
exactly.
around that point. So
I'm gonna stay at MTS3.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, if you're not struggling at all, the IEDs at that point, then the Princess Nose card would be better because I don't think you have much. What kind of functional IED do you have going around? I think you have a few
I have no idea.
skills
Probably
with
like
IED.
96, 97. All the skills that I use for bossing have the level 40 for the IED. So the Agias and the Carte Blanche. I don't use Tempest because I didn't find a good Tempest a boost node, like a double one. I only have one, so it's a bit harsh. So at least, I'm just using the Agias and Carte Blanche.
Tempest strong though. Tempest strong.
Yeah, definitely. But now that I'm missing 20 levels on it, and I can't find it because I don't have the perfect 3-note, the tri-note yet. Miyagi's is pretty much better right now.
Yeah.
So both of those skills have the 20% IED. So. Honestly, I think I only have like one more like concrete question, which is, what the hell do I spend my pink beans on before the season?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you have a few more days. Wait, by the way, when you're
I have 7K, so
for your matrix, do you ever use all of your boost nodes at once?
Yeah, I just have them for mobbing like that because some of them have the Carte Noire or the Carte Blanche.
Well, right, yeah, for mobbing, yeah.
So I get it to level 60 or 55, I think, with the boost nodes that I have.
Okay.
And I just don't need the other boost nodes because they're like damage buffs, like what's it called, last resort, and I don't need that.
Yeah, the skill nodes, yeah.
So
but for bossing, you throw the skill nodes in, right?
Yeah, for sure. I only need the 2 tri-nodes, the level 17 and level 14 ones. Right. The rest all goes out.
Yep. And how's your other? Well, you have another 30-second iframe, right? You ever use that one?
Yeah. I always do that. Put it to 5 stacks. Go in the boss, pop 6, then do the burst there, and then I wait a little bit, and then I put Sacrosanct when I do my second burst.
Nice.
If I ever get to it.
If you get to it, yeah.
Of course, with like the harder bosses, that's going to be what it's going to be. But for CRA, I just do one of the 2 invincibilities and just go ham and it dies.
Sure thing. Okay, so what have you bought already?
I have bought all of the Karma Eternal Rebirth Flames.
Pink beans, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I have bought all the Eternal Rebirth Flames. I bought mostly all of the Red Flames on other characters.
Right.
I did not buy any of the Karma Meister cubes, and I have 10 event Meister cubes left. And then I did buy all of the node stones and experience node stones. I didn't do any of the circulators because my inner ability is really okay. Because I have the buff duration for the final cut, which is really important. And boss icon.
With 35 and 15, are you in a position to Chaos Circ that?
I mean, I can, but the buff duration is like 20 to 38. And if it goes down, I might lose my all like 100% uptime on final cut, which is.
Wait, it goes to 20?
I think it's 20 to 38.
Oh, 32 to 38.
32?
Yeah, 32 is the lowest. No, 20 is the, 19 is the lowest on Epic. Unique lowest is 32. And you're at 35, right?
35, and then 15 on boss damage. But I'm kind of waiting for the third line for the inner ability change where it gets higher chance for Epic and Unique. And I just throw all of my honor XP on it. I
Wait,
mean,
that's
I
wait
think
only
with the
that's only
other,
for the last line, or is it for the top
yeah,
line also? Right.
for the last line, and the top line can be either boss damage or chance to reset cooldown. But I'm such like a fuzzy head that I literally forget that it might come off cooldown. I got the 20% line on my arc, and I literally still use the same like skills even if they reset cooldown because I just forget that it resets.
Yeah, the lighting up
impossible.
is hard to see.
It's impossible to do. Maybe it will get easier in the next patch. But
Yeah, I think so.
know.
So it seems you have
but I'm just gonna give it on boss damage.
if you were to use a Chaos Circ on, I think you have 40% chance to keep the same or higher buff duration, 60% chance to go down 1, 2, or 3, like 20% chance to go down 3, 20%. Right? You can see the percentages here. So you have 35 now. So you have 15% chance to maintain, 25% chance to increase, and 60% chance to go down by up to 3%. And then for the boss, it's
15 to 20, I think, right?
Yeah, but I don't know the percentages by heart, so yeah. So you have like.
But I think 15 is the lowest for legendary.
And 15 is the lowest. Well, yeah, that's why I'm thinking because you can do a black circulator where you can choose, but that's when it's pretty expensive. But the Chaos Circulator is pretty cheap comparatively, and is a pretty low chance. Like if you lose 3% buff duration, is that going to be significant?
No, 3% isn't. But I cannot buy a black circulator in the Black Bean store, so I'm gonna have to spend pink beans for that then.
Oh, Black Bean has the.
Yeah, it also has the black circulator.
Yeah, so the black one is the expensive one, right? That lets you save.
Yeah, but it's the only one there, and but I don't have enough.
Oh, you don't have enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's only it's double. So it depends on how risk averse if you are there. Like for for your boss damage, it's pretty much an easy gain.
And for the symbols, I haven't bought any of them. So I can splurge and get all of the Morass and Asferus symbols for like 6k.
How many do you have? How many beans?
7k. So I can buy all of them. Because it's 3k for each of them.
3k each, yeah. But then you wouldn't even have enough for one Chaos Circ. I mean, those come back eventually, but...
What I can also do is buy enough symbols to get to the next level on both of them. It's like 33 each. And then go for
nah, Sphera and Morass take forever to load. I'll probably buy those, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. That is indeed.
That's 6k, so that leaves you with 1k?
Yeah.
And you've got a soul bag?
Yeah. Yeah, I bought the bags. Yeah, all of them.
Okay. Yeah, so you only had some... I guess, I mean, if you're going to be redoing the ring, and you end up needing to redo one of your event rings, then you can buy some more of the event ring Meisters, right? Because you had 10 left. So that's 1,000, and then you'll be...
Yeah.
And if you don't need to, then you...
So I can do all of the symbols and then the Meister cubes until I have nothing left.
And you picked up all your monthlies as well, and your dailies today.
Everything's taken care of. Yeah.
If you have anything left, but did you say you already bought out the Medals of Honor or not yet?
No, but I think I have 1 mil, and then that's like 1 mil with probably at some point a 50% off to get a third line that's good enough. Because I have to keep the buff duration.
I mean, 1 mil, you're probably getting nothing, but. It seems like a lot, but you're...
Thanks, man. Oh, by that point...
No, I want to be realistic. Like, okay, when I rolled 20% crit on my Cannoneer, on 50% off, it took me 3.5 mil to get my attack speed back on the top line. Locking only 1 line. Okay, looking for 1 line without variance.
So, but just I'm locking 2 lines and then just getting anything at all.
Well, I'm looking for things to buy. Like, let's say that you don't need the event rings, right? Then I guess you just buy the honor experience, right? Because there's or maybe the Arcana symbols, right? Some Arcana symbols.
True.
To make up for the Spirit Savior.
That's probably like really like that's like
you can
15 or something.
If you have 1k, you can buy 25, right? Because they're only 40. They're a bit cheaper.
True.
It's not too bad. But yeah, it's like 1 to 2 days of dailies versus I don't know if you can get 1,000.
I don't think so.
Or you get 100,000 honor experience. That's
that's like 100. Yeah, that's
a huge chunk versus 2 days of dailies, in my opinion. But that's a little bit more up to you then, I guess.
So then I'm not gonna do a Chaos Circulator?
Well, I guess you don't have enough, right? If you want to buy or if you want to do the Chaos Circulator, then you have to skip.
Well, if I buy the Chaos Circulator, I can do like 46 of both of the symbols instead.
Yeah, okay. If you feeling lucky, punk?
No. But I guess I have nothing to lose because it can only go up or stay the same.
For boss damage, yeah. For buff duration, it can go max down 3%.
But the 3% is not that. I thought it was 20% lowest. So
yeah,
that's why I didn't do it.
Okay.
But that's not a.
So for you and for anyone else, if you check the invulnerability command, and then the second link there takes you to this file here. So you can look for any type of line. You can look within the tier what the possible outcomes are, and then you can see what the weight is between the line as well to make a decision if you want to use what are they called now? Chaos circulators or black circulator. Remember, this black circulator lets you choose between the former line and the latter, and chaos circulator just re-rolls it within the tier, and then that's just what you have to deal with.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with chaos circulator, and then
you gotta do it now.
Yeah.
Okay, do it.
All right.
Drum roll.
All right, here we go. Let's use this. Oh wow! Damn.
Show it. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Show us a screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah, live reveal.
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, he said, "Ooh, pause champ." Pause champ chat. Parker's question mark.
You can show the Discord. It's okay.
Why can I not open things anymore? Oh, can I do copy image? Okay. For some reason, when I click the links in our conversation, it just doesn't go. It just doesn't.
You want me to share it on the Twitch or something?
Where can I save image?
I can also share my.
I could
screen.
do copy link, right, and then paste the copy. Yeah, and then it works.
There you go. Good job.
Look at that. 2% boss and 2% buff skill duration. That's worth 1,200 points.
Clap.
Easy clap.
Easy clap. The biggest easy.
Please email the picture to Scardor@gmail.com. Your session time is over.
Damn. Okay,
PUBG's trying to make sure we don't have 3-hour sessions anymore.
Yeah, I do agree with that. No, this session was shorter than the other one. The other one was like 2 hours plus. We're gonna keep it under 2 hours, man.
Yeah, I think for the other one we probably had to catch up on a bunch of the systems, right?
Yeah.
And then it can, before you know it, and you have to give some examples, and then it can go very long. Yeah. Look at that. That is a clean.
So,
I mean, it's not like a huge increase, but comparative to what you could get,
I mean, I got 2% on each.
That's really nice. Yeah.
Very nice.
It's basically like gaining a level on a link skill is what you basically just got.
Like the other ones,
your internal link skill leveled up. Yeah, the other ones, all the little level 70 guys to 120 is gonna really compound as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And then getting to 6K.
5.5K, 6K for the board. Yeah, it's gonna go hard. So.
And then once your accessories are done, extra money income, and then way more to spend whenever there are events, legendary and everything. And when the boat goes live, transposing is going to be huge. And then especially the potential on those 160s is going to be crazy once you get into the tattoo, the monocle, and the pendant. Yeah. Just 2 lines on each of those is 69% luck. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And also nice.
Yes, very nice. Nice.
All right. And you're feeling confident about the second character? Well, hopefully we'll see if the Angelic Buster or the Demon Slayer pulls through.
Yeah, for sure.
But they'll have a flying start with the Absolab weapon. A few flames on there, good flame. And then slow and steady off to the next Destiny event.
Yeah. God, I'm going to go hard again on Destiny, I fear. I fear. But maybe it'll be 250. I'm going to be 242 after tomorrow with the 2 leveling pots.
And if you're practicing more bosses and there's like a specific boss you're having struggles with, I think that's where the Phantoms will probably be more helpful. The Discord and stuff, because they'll be like, hey, how do you do this boss, you know? They might know some tips and tricks that actually will help you out a lot, other than just get stronger, you know? And if they say that, then you know, you can just ignore it, because they're not really helping you on your level. But
true.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you so much. I mean, regarding the last 9 months, you really have helped me along quite hard in order to get me to this point. So I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for your service as a teacher. It's very necessary and probably very hard in the last 2 years. So I appreciate that as well.
Yes, it has not been easy. But I keep I keep going.
Well, best of luck with that, and best of luck with all the changes. And I'll see you maybe in another 9 months.
Yeah, maybe not.
Okay.
We'll see. All right. Thank you so much. Have a great
You're
night,
welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. Cool. Ludi music is the outro music. Go a little bit back so it can keep playing in the background. So yeah, if you would like one of these sessions as well, check the description of the video or leave a comment that you would like to win. Hopefully you already caught a few things in this session that can help you out, especially prioritizing what to buy in the shop with your last beans. Maybe I'll make a short video on that to kind of help people out. And other than that, I just, I hope it was educational for you, all right? If you liked any of the resources that I pulled up here, all of these are available through my Twitch chat, twitch.tv/Scardor. I stream there every day. Try to stream noon to midnight UTC. And so just swing by if you have short questions. And if you have a lot of long questions, then maybe a session is for you. So I hope I can see you on another video. But if not, that's cool too. Thank you for watching. I'll see you maybe on the next one.